what sort of is the dramatic thrust would you say?
Dramatic thrust would be, where we left things off was pretty dramatic and left things. Most seasons we leave it at a very stark halt. This one was at a very open-ended, what is going on kind of feeling.
But the weird thing about this season for me was, and the thing that I really loved in the first episode was it showed like the Arrow family sticking together, fighting a good fight, even if Arrow wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then it ended with the entire family did the fight. Can you talk a little bit about that?
The family is not necessarily, the Arrow family is not fully ripped apart. The team is taking a sabbatical, but the family and the dynamics between all of us, no matter what we all go through is always going to be there. We've all been through way too much together to lose or put any of those circumstances in front of our relationships. But I think the main thing that's going on in season 5, obviously, I'm sure you kept hearing, is legacy. Legacy is the main subject, the main tone, but it all has to do with what has gone on in the last 4 years, especially last season with the loss of Laura Lance and kind of figuring out more about Oliver's history and sort of the reasons why everything has kind of happened. They kind of tying in all the ends with his flashbacks and everything, bringing it all into Russia this season. So it's kind of just putting all the legacies, not necessarily closing stories, but ending them in a chapter. And opening up a new realm for us to possibly work inside of. But it's all very new and open, and nobody has an answer for what's going to happen in it. So
getting back to video moves, the rumblings were that the show is going to try to go back a little more to its season 1 and 2.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree with that. Season 4 was, and season 3 definitely were more on a lighter tone, just because, the main protagonist all of a sudden had a love interest, and things were always, even though they went bad for a period of time, they were always on a very big upscale, which is a very rare thing for a dark show to have a actually successful working love relationship in it. So that gave it a naturally kind of lighter tone inside of it, and of course Felicity's character is very funny and very witty, so that kind of brought things up to bit. But now, after all the circumstances, all the characters have gone on, I think it is coming back down to a more where we started the grassroots version of, everyone just realizing life is not so peachy keen in Star City, and we kind of need to figure it out and work together on it as well as separately, and kind of carve our own storylines out of what's going on.
And your characters had an astonishing growth between season 1 and whatever we're on season 4 now.
Yeah.
Where can you possibly go for season 4? Maybe a love interest, I guess.
Well, there's definitely been rumors that Colton Haynes is coming back for season 5, and I'm going to knock on his table pretending it's wood, hoping it's really true. Because that would be the greatest movie in the world. Not only for the show or the characters, the fans, but just me in general. Having Colton back in my life would be fantastic. But for Thea, I think that after the end of season 4, she kind of, realized that the bloodlust having been a big reason on why she became who she was in the Arrow team and why she ended up solidifying herself as, one of the top 3 inside the team. Then all of a sudden she needed to remove that part of herself, which brought her back down the line because she, lost that inherent instinct to kill, basically the merciless killing. But then towards the end of the season, she obviously held a knife to a little girl's throat, and that all came back. But she didn't have the bloodlust really to use as that fallback excuse anymore. It wasn't something that was necessarily inside her still because she had already combated that and come over that. So that action was fully on her own, which made her rethink everything she's doing. And it's the reason why she needed to hang up her costume at the time, because it was like, wait, this whole time I've been blaming my dad, I've been blaming this bloodlust, I've been blaming all of these things for whenever I go crazy. And now this time was just on her.
Which is crazy.
It was just like, okay, maybe I am a little crazy. Maybe I need to take my step back and reel it down a little bit. So this season, I think she's far more trying to find a place that she feels comfortable in, away from anything that would bring her to, you know, someplace with a sword in her hand or an arrow at some little child's neck. So she's kind of trying to avoid those situations.
The new TV guide mentioned that Thea actually retires as Speedy to go to work in the mayor's office. So how long do you think that'll last before she's tempted to rejoin the team?
It's a very good question. I keep on actually asking the producers when I'm going to get to put my costume on again. That's my favorite thing in the world to do, is put on that costume. But I definitely don't think that it's going to be a forever change. I mean, she's going to have this instinct in her and always, and she's just going to learn how to curb it at some point and learn how to properly use it, rather than let it take advantage of her in circumstances. And, you know, Team Arrow, even though she's not part of the original, the OG Team Arrow, I think that no matter what, we're always going to be connected. We're always going to be helping each other out. And now that Oliver's inside the mayor office, he has a lot more connection, so she can also play a role inside of there as well. So we're all always going to be working together, fighting for each other, and also yelling and pointing fingers the whole time.
And then,
Thank you.